All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday, man. Real quick, man. Some good NBA action going on right now, and I think, hey, I don't know, I don't want to say this just yet, but we might have seen the Eastern Conference finals preview tonight. Now, let's get this out the way. First and foremost, there was no James Harden for the Nets, and there was no Kevin Durant. So take this with a grain of salt. But what you did see is Philly has a formula to play the Nets with, and that formula is the big men, Embiid, right? And we kind of knew coming into this that was going to be the MO. Like, that's the MO to beat the Nets, right? You can get them on the inside, you can play them big, and you can score points on them, and that's pretty much your best shot to beat them. Let's not sugarcoat around it, because of the fact that other than that, it's almost impossible to stop these guys. But tonight, Embiid answered the challenge. He was 13 of 29. 3 of 6 from the 3-point line, so he knocked down 3. He was 10 of 11 from the free throw line. He gave you 13 rebounds. He gave you 2 assists, 2 blocks. He had 39 points. Hey, you can't ask for no more from that guy, man. You can't ask for no more than that guy. Now the question gonna be, when it come playoff time, can he do that? Because it's gonna take, let's be real, man. It's gonna take a Herculean effort like that to beat the Nets game after game, to beat them in a 7-game series. Just what it is. Now, Ben Simmons had 17 points. He was 6 of 11. He was 5 of 8 from the free throw line. He did his thing. Ben Simmons is going to be another key contributor for the 76ers, especially healthy is going to be his biggest concern. As long as he can stay healthy, him and Embiid can stay healthy, man, they got a shot. But this is everyone. Let's not pretend. Everyone got the Nets coming out of the Eastern Conference Finals, right? Like, we ain't got to pretend. We ain't got to fake the funk. We know that's who everybody's picking. The Nets, they're a juggernaut. They're a juggernaut. But what you've seen is the fact that, hey, if you can get something going on the inside, and then that's going to open up the outside, and you can get some points on them. Tobias Harris, guy that's flourishing, 11 of 17, 2 of 3 from 3. 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 26 points. The only thing about those numbers is they're great. And when it comes playoff time, they'll have to do it over and over and over and over and over again at least 4 times to get a win, right? But you got to also understand that the Brooklyn Nets, on the other hand, are shorthanded, right? They still missing Kevin Durant, James Harden. There's a lot more firepower coming with that. So this is probably a good game for confidence. You kind of got a formula now, but you ain't hit the Nets at full strength. Like that, and that's the thing, right? They rarely been full strength this year. And with them not being at full strength, you don't know how you're going to really attack them, because you're like, well, we can beat them if KD and Harden ain't playing. But those two guys will be there for the playoffs, all things considered. They'll be there for the playoffs, so you got to think about it from that perspective. Now, let's talk about these Brooklyn Nets, man. Led by Kyrie Irving, did his thing tonight. He was 13 of 22, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 10 of 10 from the free throw line, 9 assists, 2 steals. The dude hit everything in the stat sheet, man. Even had a block. He did everything tonight. It just wasn't enough to beat the 76ers at full strength, for the most part, but he did his part. He definitely balled out tonight. He got some help from Landry Shamet. I got a name mixed up. He gave you 17 points tonight, so that was definitely big. DeAndre Jordan did his thing. He had 12 points, but he also had 14 rebounds, 5 assists. I think that's what you want from DeAndre Jordan. I don't know much more. Joe Harris, 3 of 7. 6 points. You want a little bit more from him. That's your sharpshooter right there. You want a little bit more from him than you got tonight. And you want it on a especially when you without Kevin Durant and you're without James Harden. I say this about the Lakers. I say this about other teams. When when certain when these stars are out and they're not playing, it's those role players' opportunity to make a name for themselves. And I think Joe Harris is definitely a sharpshooter. He can shoot that ball with the best of them. But you know, you kind of want a little bit more from him tonight. Jeff Green gave you 15, 7 of 14, 1 of 5 from the 3, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. So you just didn't get enough, right? You met a full strength Philadelphia 76er team, and it's going to be hard to get over them, especially shorthanded. I mean, Kyrie left it all out there, but you know, you still going to need a little bit more. But in actuality, man, this could be your Eastern Conference Finals right here. This could, now I'm not saying this game because everyone ain't at full strength, but these are the two teams that many are predicting to meet. Now you got some, I'm not dissing other teams. You got some other good teams out there too that got something to say about this. I'm saying, but from most people projections and what most people think is going to happen, the Philadelphia 76ers, Brooklyn Nets will meet in the Eastern Conference Finals. Well, this one goes to Philly. Obviously, there was a lot more health. Health is going to be big throughout this playoff, right? Because and I'm talking about playoffs now, guys, because we're getting there. We're getting there. The playoffs are starting. The playoff picture starting to unfold. You're starting to see teams starting to find true identity. What you see is what you get. And you know, for the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, is all about health. It's all about health. Let's not pretend James Harden wasn't playing some of the best basketball of his career before he had to sit for a while. So, hey man, it's getting good. It's getting playoff time, guys. So you know it's time to get the motor running. It was time to get some things done. Like I said, man, Tobias Harris is gonna be key for Philly going forward. Obviously, we know what Ben Simmons, Embiid. I think another person that can be very key for them too is Danny Green. Danny Green. Now, he was a Laker last year. Some people didn't appreciate him. Some people did. Blah, blah, blah. But he's had some great games for Philly, and I think he got that playoff experience that he could be a calming voice in that locker room for Philly, right? Like, Philly have had their ups and downs in the playoffs, but Danny Green could be that guy. Like, I've been here a couple times. I got multiple rings. I got I think three or four rings. So he could be that guy that when things seem unsettled at when the stakes is at the highest, he could be the one person to step in and say, hey, nah, we good. This is what we gotta do. This is how we calm it down, man. So I will say, man, I'm definitely looking forward to these matchups going down, starting to pay a lot more attention to the teams and to the seeds, because as you start this march to the playoffs, it gets real, man. It's get real. Health is the key. A healthy Nets, healthy Philadelphia 76ers, it's going to be hard to stop them from meeting each other. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, you guys be good.